Hi y'all!
Hello.
I'm here with Field Trip Friday. We are hanging out in an attic today.
Yeah.
Because that sounded fun in the middle of summer. I am here with Daryl Creasy, who is a master inspector and owner of And That Inspections. And
Hello.
he is going to help us figure out what is going on in your attic.
Yeah. We got lucky today though, Sam, because this
Yes.
attic actually has spray foam
Yes,
insulation.
so we are boiling. You can see this awesome yellow puffy stuff. Spray
That's
foam.
the spray foam. And we did really get lucky today because it's only about probably 88 degrees in this
Yeah,
attic, and
it's
it's very hot
fine.
outside. So this makes for a real efficient attic. Thing about it is there's a couple different types of this stuff. There's closed foam, there's closed cell, open cell. So we have to figure out what type we got. We got a closed cell here.
Okay.
Some things about this, they make for a super efficient house. I mean, it's really cool up here,
Energy
which is
efficient.
nice. But if you think about it, you raise the flat part where it's usually insulated, you raise it up to the roof deck, and you put your foam up there. Well, what you've done is actually raised your moisture barrier also. So this
True.
part of the house doesn't get any dehumidification, which is a big part of
Little
air conditioning.
sticky.
Yeah, kind of hot. So this thing actually pulls out water from the air, right? That's what one of the components of an air conditioning.
Right.
So this attic does not have a service. In other words, it doesn't have cold air blowing in it, and it doesn't have return air there, air going back to get conditioned. In an attic like this, I highly recommend that because I've done a lot of research. Nobody will
Yes.
say yes or no, but what I say is yes.
Yes.
It should be conditioned to remove the
moisture
excess
in
humidity.
here. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And in
it'll-
Texas, we got lots of humidity.
Oh yeah, we're kind of spritzing over here a little
Yeah.
bit. But
We're
it's
not
nice.
too bad.
Great example of a modern attic. It's a 2012 attic, so it's not the newest, but it does have a lot of new
Correct.
components.
It
Like
does.
Our air conditioning system here is actually the
Yes.
furnace part of it is high efficiency. You can tell that by the plastic pipes. You got a concentric pipe on the top, which actually brings air into the unit, and then
wow.
the discharge goes out the same concentric pipe through. And the reason it's made out of plastic, you would think, no, there's no way that hot exhaust gases are going to go out plastic. They'll melt it. Not true, because this thing is so efficient. It pulls so much energy out of that fuel that it burns that the air going out of this isn't hot enough to melt it. Another component of that, since products of combustion are water, you have a full-length overflow pan here. So in case any of these particular parts start leaking, we catch it and we throw it overboard.
Woo.
Yeah, overflow pan.
Overflow pan, not drip pan.
The cliff note on that is if you see water dripping out of the side of your house and it's a newer house, you got a problem in your attic. It's either your air conditioning's overflowing or your water heater pan is draining or your TP. So yeah, there's the cliff note on that. You don't want any water coming out of your house.
You don't want anyone to do that.
What kind of house do you live in?
What kind of house do I live in? I live in an apartment. They fix that real easily.
You just call them.
We just call them. So what is all this silvery stuff above our heads?
These are the ducts, and these are well done. They're separated like they're supposed to be. They're not touching together, so they don't condensate and make water. Because any water
No,
you make
that's
up
right,
here
though.
through condensation is going to wind up on your ceiling, and you're going to have little spots in your
Yes.
ceiling, right? So we don't want
Like
that.
so.
If you look over there at the colored pipes, you got here. I'll point at it like this.
There
See
you
it a little
go.
better. That's the newest. What they're using is called PEX pipe. It is good. It hasn't been around a long time, but it is easily retrofitted into the old houses, and good stuff. It lasts a long time. We like it a whole lot.
Color coded and everything.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, the big
Even
pipes.
I can figure that out.
Right, and you do notice there's no insulation up here on the floor.
No.
Right,
So
because of
why
our
is
spray
that?
foam.
Oh, the spray
Right, because we
foam.
raised it up to the deck here. And another
Okay.
thing that people don't think about with the spray foam is it helps with
Yes.
pests.
Oh, pests.
They can't easily get into this attic because there's no way. They got to chew through foam, and they don't
gotta
like
chew
it.
through this foam.
Yes.
Oh, it's hard, but it's
Think
still a
about
little squishy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. But it's good stuff. And if you have this in your attic, then you're very lucky because the thing about it is it hasn't been proven. So there are conversations about it long term, and it could be a little bit irritating to people when they touch it with their skin.
Okay.
So there are a few things that are negatives about it, but
Don't
I
touch
like
it.
the positive parts of it. I really
I
do.
just touched it.
Don't pick your nose.
Like, don't rub my face with this finger. Oh my goodness, no.
So this is all good stuff. We love it.
All good. Okay, well, we got lots of fun ductwork up here. We suggest, obviously, coming and checking out your attic when you're buying a new house. But you can see all of this awesome spray foam. So if you don't have spray foam, Daryl, what would typically be in your attic then?
If you have insulation on the floor of your attic, which is the ceiling of your house, you're going to be concerned about ventilation in your attic.
Okay.
Because that's how the humidity and everything gets out of your attic, and it's based on convection.
Okay.
Heat rises, so it goes out the top through the vents, and then it'll suck it in through the soffits, which cools your attic. So if you don't have a radiant barrier, that's the kind of level down from this.
Okay.
If you look up in your attic and you see foil, what looks like foil, then you have
silvery stuff.
Yep. Then you have radiant barrier, which works really good. An attic without radiant barrier typically today is about 135 degrees.
Oh,
okay,
hey,
so
y'all.
really hot.
Good thing we have spray foam in here.
Radiant barrier will bring it down. This is my measurements personally. It'll bring it down about 25 degrees.
Oh, wow.
Right, and then in this attic, here we are at about 88, 90 degrees. Maybe.
Wow. And
So
you know, it's like 95.
Oh, it's hot.
It's hot outside, y'all. I don't know if you've been outside today, but it is hot. And
attic
we
like
are
this,
hanging out in an attic.
Without this spray foam, we wouldn't be up here.
No,
we would be down.
We'd be dead.
We'd be soaked. It'd be terrible. Yeah.
We'd be real hot.
Lobster, anyone?
Right. But you can see kind of what it covers. Every single nook, cranny, every single crevice of this attic. You won't get critters hanging out. I know a lot of people are always like, there's a squirrel in my roof, or something died in the walls, or you have rats or anything like that. This will help protect against that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, a lot of builders are doing kind of just that radiant barrier versus just, you know, doing the spray foam. And you might as well make the investment to use the spray foam when your electric bill could be a lot lower too.
And the cliff notes on this again are to have a return and a service up here. In my opinion, that's going to service you a lot better. It's going to make your house a lot cooler, and your efficiency is going to go up even more.
Perfect. Well, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much, Daryl. I appreciate it. I hope y'all learned a little bit about what's going on in your attic today.
Hanging with Samantha.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.